I'm Carmen. I'm a marketing executive and originally I'm from Germany. I lived in Australia now for 10 years. Got married here to Richard and we have a little baby daughter, 11 months old.
My name's Frank. I'm a married man with 2 daughters, 24 and 18. And I was been in the building game for the last 30 years.
My name is Chloe. I'm an aged care nurse, university student and a mum to my 2-year-old son, Isaac.
My name is Edriawan. I am 18 years old. I am the son of 2 extraordinary human beings. I am a very proud brother of a vivacious, vibrant, kind-hearted 12-year-old, my little brother Adam. This is the part where I usually say that I am currently a university student, but it is because of cancer that I was in fact not able to begin university this year. I had the unfortunate distinction of being diagnosed at 17 years old while I was in year 12 studying for my HSC exams. Because I was at the height of my academic career, both my parents and my doctors made the conscious decision to not reveal the extent of my condition right away. It wasn't until I had met with my surgeon that I found out that my lump was actually cancerous. So it was definitely a confronting time. I became a recluse and I did not speak to many people for several months.
I was just on a routine visit at my obstetrician because I was pregnant at the time, 18 weeks pregnant. And I just complained about being short of breath for weeks in advance. And we always thought, oh yeah, you know, that's the pregnancy. Welcome to being pregnant. That's what happens. So we were in the hospital the next day, 8 o'clock, blood test, and I was immediately transferred up to the hematology doctor. And after a while, he just said, look, either it's something I've never seen before, or it's a typical symptom of leukemia. My husband started crying. I just sat there and couldn't feel anything. So, and from there, it all started rapidly.
My GP who got the first scan, he said, you've got a tumour in your liver and the cancer's very advanced. And I said to myself, well, he's only a GP, maybe the specialists here have got a different opinion, and they told me the same thing. So, but they said there's a primary source of cancer where it's coming from, and it ended up being the esophageal. And I was pretty shattered with that result. So. At first, it was just between my wife and I. We didn't want the kids to know because they're doing their studies at the moment. And I didn't want the burden of them knowing that what their dad's got, but I'd lost a lot of weight and they could see that there's something wrong. My eldest daughter especially, she wanted to know. So we just told her.
Isaac was first diagnosed when he was 20 months old. After his MRI, I was surrounded by 5 medical professionals explaining to me that Isaac was diagnosed with a cerebellum brain tumour and will be having brain surgery in the next 24 hours. I just screamed of distraught and started crying, and I didn't want to hear it anymore. It sort of felt like something that wouldn't happen to you that usually happens to other people. And I just felt like I was robbed of the ability to protect him because it was just out of my control.
Each year around Australia, thousands of people are diagnosed with cancer and have to undergo treatment. In fact, 1 in 3 Australian women and 1 in 2 Australian men will be diagnosed with cancer by the age of 85. It's a problem that affects every one of us, and the cancer journey can be difficult and long.
I needed to be prescribed radiotherapy treatment, and that was 6 long, strenuous weeks of going to the Oncology Day Centre here at the Prince of Wales, lying on a very uncomfortable bed, and on the days that I would come back from radiotherapy, my body would completely shut down, and I fell into a lot of bouts of anger and angst and disdain because of that process.
Isaac had to fast for 6 hours prior to radiotherapy because he required a general anaesthetic through his central line. As he's active, he's not going to stay still for 40 minutes. He was quite traumatised from being put to sleep, and he sort of knew what was happening when we went into the room. And also throughout radiotherapy, he was very irritable and lost his appetite.
I found out how strong chemo can be. I didn't realise that it kills off a lot of your good cells as well. And I'm wearing a beanie because I've lost all my hair, but I stay overnight in the ward because it's a long process, and hopefully there's a bed available, and so far it's been good.
You know, you're confronted with your own mortality. It's pretty intense, and all these people up there, they're doing an amazing job, and they're just so personal and beautiful. In respect to the facilities, however, I couldn't get out of it quick enough because there were 2 bathrooms to share between the whole ward. It was just practicality before making a patient feel nice and relaxed in there.
The current facilities were built in the late 1960s, and they are well past their use-by date.
There's paint peeling off the walls, there's light fittings that don't fit, even doors that don't shut properly.
Patients are being treated on a number of different wards, both haematology, oncology, radiation and outpatients.
So instead of being able to sit in one place and complete your task, you find you're moving from room to room, so it's not particularly time efficient.
Anyone facing cancer shouldn't have to worry about their surroundings and the environment. They should be able to just come in and feel comfortable and relaxed in a nice, pleasant environment, knowing that all the staff and all the facilities that they require are in the one spot, so they don't have to traipse around the hospital.
Since 2001, the Nelune Foundation has been offering practical support to help people fight cancer with dignity. In 2012, the foundation embarked upon its most ambitious project yet to fund the construction of the Nelune Comprehensive Cancer Centre, a facility that will provide innovative and integrated treatment and post-care for those with cancer and blood disorders at the Prince of Wales Hospital in Randwick. The centre will offer patient-centred care and will bring ambulatory, outpatient and radiotherapy services into the one building to provide the best possible care for all patients. Stage 1 of construction is now near completion with 4 radiotherapy bunkers in place. There are also plans for patient waiting areas, a landscaped courtyard, treatment review rooms, a combined ortho-voltage brachytherapy room and special areas for adolescents and children to be included in the building.
Having cancer at any age is very difficult, but if you can come to a building that has been designed with the patients in mind, I think that makes the patient journey a lot easier.
The Nelune Comprehensive Cancer Centre is indeed that, a comprehensive cancer centre. So it treats all sorts of patients with all types of modalities of treatment that are currently available.
Whether they need to see a medical oncologist or a radiation therapist or a dietitian or a social worker, it'll all be here for them.
It's minimising the amount of movement that patients need to do in order to have their care. Patients can sit in one spot and health professionals can come to them and deliver the care.
And we're all in close contact with other cancer clinicians that we really should be working very closely together with.
From a patient point of view, I think this experience in the Nelune Centre will allow them to behave and live a normal life whilst having a diagnosis of cancer, as normal a life as is possible.
As a proud advocate for young people living with cancer, I take comfort in the knowledge that this new facility will provide adolescents and young adults with the age-appropriate care that they need to positively persevere through their cancer journey. And above anything else, I take comfort in the knowledge that the Nelune Foundation is providing young people with the opportunity to be amongst peers in a nurturing environment, because that's definitely something that I yearned for when I was going through my cancer treatment.
It will help because it will create a holistic approach to his care, having everything in the one area. And I was just shown the room where he would have radiotherapy, and it looks really great with this clouds on the room, because that would create a distraction mechanism for him.
If they've got everything under the one roof, it's one big happy family, eh?
All the staff are really appreciative of all the support that Nelune has given us.
And I think that comes from the fact that the Nelune Foundation has this dedication to equality of care for all people, no matter how able they are to pay for their care. And that philosophy of supporting people, no matter how rich or poor they are, is the philosophy that underpins this cancer centre as a public facility in New South Wales. And we're incredibly grateful to the Nelune Foundation for supporting our centre here at Randwick.
I'm extremely grateful to the Nelune Foundation for providing young people like myself with the vehicle to take us where we want to go. That is complete recovery, faster and quicker than ever before. I'm extremely grateful for that.
The cancer story is one that is sadly familiar to many, and that story will touch us all in our lifetime, which is why the Nelune Comprehensive Cancer Centre will be a public facility that is available for all. Stage 2 of construction is due to begin this year, and we need your help to make it happen. Through your generous support, we'll be able to implement further services and facilities such as cancer genetics and the thalassemia unit, statewide cancer services like youth cancer, a gynecological cancer unit from Royal Hospital for Women, ambulatory care, palliative care service and clinical research facilities. Construction is scheduled to finish in 2016, so please give generously. Together we can build hope for those who need it and invest in care that benefits every one of us.